I want to talk about trust, but not in the usual way. Not trust in romantic relationships or a take a big leap kind of way, but in the tiny moments that trust shows up and builds over time. I made a video recently sharing vulnerably about something I've been struggling with. And in talking through it on camera, I realized how I'd been holding joy at bay. Like joy and peace were on the other side of some experience or achievement. And I remembered I had the choice to live that now, even in the messy middle. And that got me thinking about trust, too. You see, I'm packing for a trip for my family of 4. I've made the packing list. I got the suitcases down and out. I started making my many piles. Nothing unusual from the outside. In fact, on the surface, I'm like a duck on a lake, gliding effortlessly through the process. But just like a duck on a lake, there's a lot you don't see. Under the surface, there's nonstop chatter. Last time you forgot this and she got upset. Can't add one more thing to her tantrum triggers. Or honestly, a phrase I've heard all my life in my head that's now become a pseudo joke in our household to make fun of the jerk who lives in my head. Don't mess this up, Broen. There's tension in my shoulders, neck, jaw, and brow. My gut is in a knot. My thoughts are racing a mile a minute. I take a deep breath. I close my eyes for a minute. And I realize that I'm angry. I don't know what about exactly, but I am. And maybe a bit resentful too. I realized recently there's a difference between self-sufficiency and self-reliance. When I'm being self-sufficient in my day or even in a task, I feel energized to be by myself. I feel empowered and confident and competent. I even feel a little free, that inner wild child feeling that I can do anything I want. Self-sufficiency is a fuel that I crave. Taking care of a task, relishing the completion of it, absorbed in my own little world. Self-reliance, on the other hand, that's the armor I made for myself when I was a child and learned I couldn't always trust the people I needed the most. That I had to rely on myself. There's a hardness on the outside and an ache on the inside. Like a scabbed over wound. I close myself off while being alone doing the task at hand. I build stories in my head about why people can't or won't be there for me the way I need them. It's an old story that's more myth than truth. But it feels pretty compelling and real in the moment. And I realized today, packing my daughter's tiny socks, that going through hard seasons and big change often bring up these old wounds in weird ways. Like being angry and resentful while packing for a vacation. And like I recently re-remembered how joy is a choice, trust is a choice too. Trusting I don't have to eliminate uncertainty by trying to control what's around me and in me, because I'm okay. I'm safe. And I can handle whatever comes. Trusting others that at the end of this day and every other day, it's just me walking this journey. But I'm not that abandoned little girl anymore. She's safe and loved by me. And I'm safe and loved by my people. Trusting the free fall that is realizing that I'm having feelings and they're okay and not wrong or bad. or true. Trusting this thing everyone calls the healing process, that, like seemingly everything in life, shows up in the smallest moments. The duck feet happenings. Packing tiny socks. Remembering that I don't have to close off. I don't have to rely on only me. I can be self-sufficient and strong, and also soft and seen by my people. And so can you.